break for the summer, down this backcountry road, very similar to this, road that I knew very well because I worked for 4 years in Oxford, and I would take that road. And my little convertible Sunbeam Alpine, I was heading around the corners really quickly, squealing those little tires, and all of a sudden the whole car went sideways. What had happened was I went over an area where they were refinishing the road, and they'd torn up the road surface, and it was just gravel basically. And as I went around this corner, I didn't have time to react. I started to go sideways. I tried to correct, it snapped the other way. I was sliding sideways around on the road, and then slightly to the right I could see this huge drainage ditch. In I plowed to the drainage ditch, through back up the other side and into a cornfield. Knocked over the fence, plowed through the cornfield. Car started to go sideways, and to be honest, it was this corn that was actually making like a blanket underneath me as it was dropping down. It was about a week or two before the harvest, so the corn was up high, and it slowed the car down. And when I finally stopped, I had corn husks all over me, all over the car, because I had the top off. And I had to walk about 50 feet back to the road. And you could see this narrow gorge that I had created through the corn as my car had slid through. And the front of my car got plummeled from hitting this drainage ditch. It was all crushed into the front wheels. I couldn't drive it or anything. So I get off and I walk up, and I find the farmer, and he tows my car out, and then he wants to charge me for the corn that I destroyed. So not only did I destroy my car, I was left with a bill, and I just finished college for the summer. Really had no money. He wants me to pay him £50, which was a lot of money to me back then, for the corn. And so I towed my car home. I managed to sell it to somebody that wanted to fix it up for $250. $50 of that went to the back to the farmer, and I survived and lived another day. But the moral of the story is, when you're on a road circuit, always expect the unexpected. Well, when you're on the road, rather. That's why you really should come to track days and get on a closed course. If you really want to push the car to the edge, it's really the only safe way to do it. They design their race courses with run-offs. People are going to come off, and they've learned how to allow the car to slow down at its own pace, and hopefully not hit anything. Some areas you can't help but have things in the way. There's some good circuits, there's some not so good circuits, but I always recommend that you would pay the money, get yourself on a racetrack, get to feel your car, and just satisfy all those wants of our adrenaline. Not only adrenaline, is it, that we like to we get charged when we're driving. It's kind of a unity with the car. I understand why some people like horse riding. You can become one with the horse. A horse is a living animal that has its own will, and you are controlling that will or persuading that will to do what you want. And it's similar with a car, especially analog cars, which is what I fortunately have one of the last analog cars, the C5 Z06 Corvette. Eventually will be replaced, and but I will cherish run over a rock there. I'll let you enjoy the drive. So we're going up to Mount Baldy, up here in Southern California, kind of an hour or so out of Los Angeles. If you make it out here, one of the roads you might want to consider driving.